Be honest with me, guys. What truck would you pick and why? I made an Instagram post a while back before I even put these wheels and tires on the green truck, and it seems like the majority of people like the green truck more than the TDI truck, which baffles me. For me at least, that TDI truck is simply amazing. Maybe because I've just put so much time into it. So drop a comment down below. Let me know what truck you prefer. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in a previous video of this green truck, when I put this new steering wheel in, I asked you guys what I should do to the steering wheel to kind of refinish it. A lot of people suggested the leather steering wheel wraps that you basically stitch onto the wheel. So I picked up one of those covers. We're gonna stitch it on today, and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And I wanna get kind of creative with the stitching. I don't wanna just do the single straight stitches that a lot of people do. There's a lot of different styles of stitch you can do, so we're gonna get creative, make it look good. So here's a quick look at this cover. So this is just a regular gray cover, and then it's got the gray thread as well. And this is actually, should be a pretty close match to the actual steering wheel. If I can get it out of here. Let's go see if it matches. So you can see there, it's actually a really close color. So another look at this wheel. That's why I wanted to do something with it. It's pretty nasty, pretty worn out. So we're gonna stitch this on, and I kind of want to do something like the factory stitching, if you can see that. Sorry, it's a little bit dark. We just got in the shop and lights are still cold, but it's kind of a diagonal stitching. A lot of people that do these covers just do like a straight stitch across, and I don't really like the look of that, so we're gonna get creative. Let's get this thing on there, make sure it fits, and get stitching. Alright guys, we got the cover on, so make sure that you get your seam where you want it. I'm going to put mine at the bottom, seems like most people do. And then kind of make sure it's somewhat centered. You can kind of go off of the center of this wheel where the stitches are, so kind of pull it in. Make sure it's centered all the way around. And what I think I'm going to do for a stitch is, I think it's called like the baseball stitch. It's kind of like cross, like V stitches. And I think that looks really good. So I've never done this before. If it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, I don't, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And the only thing I'm worried about is going right here around these spokes. It's hard to make it look good with just the little dummy stitches, because you can't really stitch, you know, obviously through the steering wheel. So we're gonna have to do some sort of dummy stitch here to match the baseball stitch. So I'm gonna get started probably, I don't know, maybe around here. I don't think you really want to start in the middle of a spoke, so I'm gonna start probably 3 or 4 holes over from the center of the spoke, and then we'll work our way up, see what we can do. Alright guys, making some progress on the wheel. So I was really hoping I could get all the way around back to where I started from with one thread, but it didn't end up working. It was a little bit short, so I had to tie it off here. Now we're going to start back here and finish this up. So how I'm doing this, you have to get 2 needles at the end of both sides of the thread, and then you start with a straight. You can see the little straight right there, and then you basically double wrap it around, so you have one thread on each side with a double wrap, and then you just start threading it from the inside out, and works pretty good, pretty easy, and honestly a lot faster than I thought it would be. So the only issue I'm having really with this cover in particular is it's not quite wide enough. You can see there's a little bit of a gap on the inside, and not a huge deal. They do have other sizes, but the size for this steering wheel, I measured it all out. When I ordered it, they were completely sold out, so I had to go with this size and make it work. Honestly, it's not that bad. You can't even really feel it, so not a big deal. So let's get the rest of the steering wheel done and we should be good to go. Well guys, I got the steering wheel finished up. So what I actually ended up doing when I started the next thread into here, my knot came loose, so I had to back it all the way up to here, tied it off there, and then started again here, ran it down and tied a knot there, and then you just kind of tuck the knot underneath and you can't really see it. So turned out pretty good. Like I said, the only thing that really bugs me is that little gap in the inside, but if you're holding on the steering wheel, you really can't tell. Not that big of a deal. One other thing with these covers is right here is a little bit loose, so I think I might actually get a little bit of super glue or something and just put a couple dabs of glue along these spokes just to keep the cover nice and tight against the wheel. Other than that though, we should be pretty much good to go with this wheel. There it is, guys. I know this was a short video. Hope it helps you out. If I had to give you any advice, like I said, this is my first time trying it. If I had to give you any advice, I would say after every pass you make with a thread through a new hole, make sure you crank those threads down, make sure you keep it tight, And another thing, make sure you order the right size. So if you want to check this one out, I'll have it linked down below in the description box. So on the listing, they have measurements for the diameter of the wheel and like the thickness of the wheel too. So you make sure you order the right size. Like I said, they were all sold out of the ones I needed. So I ordered just the size down, and it does fit, but it is a little tight. And like I said, it's not quite wide enough, so it doesn't completely wrap the steering wheel, but not a big deal. It still looks good and feels good too. So hope you enjoyed the video. Smash that thumbs up button, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.